In this video, I am going to discuss what is the Active Directory and the Azure Active Directory. And then after explaining Active Directory in the pictorial way, I will also go for the hands-on end-to-end to set up the Azure Active Directory, and that will include all these 6 things in the demo: how to create the tenant, how to create the multiple users, how to create the group and share the resources among the users, and then log in by the different user, see their resources, and also we will implement the multi-factor authentication. So let us start. So before we start, let me show what is the problem statement, why I should go for the Active Directory. So suppose this is the organization and one new employee has joined now. These guys want to access one HR portal. So how he can access? He will communicate to IT operation admin team, and that operation team, that admin guys will create the username and password for the to access the HR portal, and also they will authorize to get the access of the HR portal. It's okay now. Now, with the help of the username password, this new employee would able to access the HR portal. So far, so good. Now, this new joining want to access code repository server for their development work. So what they will do again? They will communicate to IT operation team. This time they will create the new username. You can see the new username 2, and after this here new username 2, they will create the password, and again they will authorize to access for the code repository server. So with the help of the new username password, and they can access these things. So now you can see how many username password IT admin has to create, and this user have to remember. Now after some days they want to use the access the build server. So again this guys will create username password, authorize and give the access to this guys, right? And this guys has to remember so many username password to connect the multiple things. Now again after some days one more employee can join. Again this admin guys has to do the everything again for this new employee. Tomorrow many employees join. So now you can see how many tedious job this operation team has to do, right? Create a multiple username password, authorize for the many resources, and if you see in an organization they have the 1,000 kind of the resources and 10,000 20,000 has an employee. So this is the too much manual tasks has been developed, has been executed by this admin guys. Not only this, suppose tomorrow these guys they associate with the organization. Again for these guys they have to delete all the username, all the authorized from all the resources. There's too much manual work, lot of problems with there. It may be some mistake, some username password could be something might be happen because this is a manual job. So this is a lot of problems. So now what is the solution? Solution is the Active Directory. So I'm going to show why the Active Directory is the solution for this problem. So take the same scenario, but now this time we have the Active Directory. So now we are going to see how this Active Directory is going to solve this problem. So now if you see all the username password, not only for this employee, for all the employee, all the username password and the authorization information will go to the Active Directory. And these guys will create the username password for all the employee in Active Directory, not in their database. But the benefit is that he will only create the username password only one time. See here. Take the step by step again. So this new employee joined the organization. He need to access the HR portal. He communicate to the IT operation admin. So these guys we create the username password for this employee in Active Directory and also authorize this employee to access for the HR portal. So how it happens internally, see. So how this employee communicate to HR portal. First, they will hit the Active Directory with their username password. After authorize the username password by the Active Directory, he will return one token. Token contains the coded client information and all the identity informations. Once this employee get the token, he will send the token to HR portal. HR portal exchange this token with the Active Directory to see whether token is validated or not, and also they will get what are the resources this employee has been authorized. So if you see the file number, this identity and authorized access detail, this HR portal server will get it. And now they will validate the token. After everything okay, they will send the request result as a response. You might be see that a lot of things here, 1 2 3 4 5, but it is very fast internally. It does not take too much time to do all those things, right? This is the way they use the Active Directory. Now tomorrow these guys want to access the build server. So what happen? This operation admin no need to create the username password. He will just authorize these guys for this build server. That's it. No need to create again the username password. Only one username password is sufficient for all the resources. And now he can access. So he will send the token and get the response. For also the code repository, also he will get the response. Benefit is that this is the single sign-on. You might have noticed that he has only one username password, right? And in this token, it will have all the information which resources this guy has been authorized. So that's why the concept is come the single sign-on. With the one single sign-on, they can access many resources here. So now Active Directory as a definition is that it can be used to authenticate, authorize not only for the users, for any computer, any resources that is part of any organization network, right? So Active Directory, you can put the user informations, computer, resources, printer, everything, right? Now come to the point, what is the Azure Active Directory? So Azure Active Directory is called the identity and the access management as a service. Why I'm saying as a service? Because this Azure Active Directory is on the cloud. So this is a solution that extend your on-premises directories into the cloud with the single sign-on, and this work as a software as a service. You no need to do anything. All the setup has been there. So even in the on-premises, if you have the Active Directory, with the help of the AD Connect, you can connect the on-cloud Active Directory, and smoothly you can work for the on-cloud also and on-premises also. And it is the software as a service, so you no need to manage everything. Everything would be managed by the Azure team. So Azure Active Directory is the Microsoft multi-tenant. I will explain what is multi-tenant. This is the cloud-based directory because this is on the cloud, and it serves as a identity management service that combined all those identity informations. So where to use the Active Directory? If you want to manage the user resources or access to cloud resources. So suppose you have the many resources on the cloud and you want to authorize some users, so you can use the Active Directory. And also you can extend your premises Active Directory to the cloud, as I told you. And Active Directory also is very good for the single sign-on. And Active Directory also you can implement the multi-factor authentication. So along with the username password, one more thing you can use for to authorize, like any code or the authentication app or anything, right? So move. So some terminologies is there before going to the hands-on. So what is the tenant? So now Azure Cloud Active Directory is the one, and all the organization in the world they want to use, they can use the same Azure Active Directory. So for the one organization, this is called the tenant. So tenant you can treat as a one organization, one company, and all the tenant will connect to the Azure Cloud Active Directory. But Active Directory Azure, they be isolated all the tenant in the isolated form, so nothing will be connectivity between the one tenant to the another tenant. So you can just assume tenant is the one organization. So abc.com is the one company, so this is the one tenant. What is the domain then? Domain, if you see any organization, they have one domain name, right? Infosys.com, apple.com. So these are the companies, right? So hp.com or microsoft.com, amazon.com. So each company, they have the one domain name. So, and domain name proof that this is the your authenticate for this company. So each organization will have the one domain. So I can say each tenant has a one domain, right? The user, all the users, all the resource of that company is part of the tenant, right? So user are the individual that has given the permission to set the username password to access the certain services. Then what is the group? So you can combine many users into one group to easy to give them any access, right? So suppose 200 users are there in the development team. So make one group, the name of development team, and assign all the users there. So tomorrow if you want to give some access to all the 200 employee, no need to go the individual for the users. You can assign those access to, you can assign those role to that group. It will automatically spread to all the users. So we see in the hands-on, right? So now it go the demo part. So this is the demo part. We will see all those things as we discuss, right? So now let me move to our Azure here. So I have opened the Azure portal, azure.com, and I hope you must have your account and the valid subscriptions to do this hands-on. So first we can create one tenant, but anyhow I will show one thing. If you go the Active Directory here, or you can go here also, or you can type here and click here Active Directory. You can see as I am the global administrator, so you can treat as I am the tenant. I am the tenant, and if you see, this is my domain name. So the by default domain name is given by the Microsoft. So this is your user ID, and on top of that they will suffix the on microsoft.com. So by default is given the on microsoft.com. But if you have your own domain, then it is better. Then you can go for the create the domain name here. Option is there. I click here, and then here you can create the domain name. So suppose if I am giving add the domain name. So now we have to authenticate, right? So that's why we should have this binodsuman.com. I would have purchased from the GoDaddy or for the Amazon, from the or from the Azure. Then only you can authenticate. So for the demo purpose, I don't have these things. So we will not use the custom domain here for the demo purpose. We, as I said that I have already go to the here. I was showing here. We have already this domain. We will use this domain only. Okay. So let me first create the tenant, and I will show how to create the tenant, and then we will not use the tenant. I will use this part, but let me show how to create the tenant. Go to all the services, uh, go the uh, go all the resources, sorry, create a resource, and here type Azure Active Directory and click here, and you give your organization name. So suppose my organization name is Vinod, or you can say YouTube demo, and enter the domain name, right? So I can say that uh, YouTube demo something, and they will take this extension on Microsoft.com, right? And you can give the region where it is. So it is not that region, it is just region, the location of your office. Let it be the US and create it. It will take some time and it will create the tenant. But as this tenant will not have the valid subscription, so you would not able to do any operations here, but at least you can create the users and the groups, all those things you can do that. And anytime as this tenant will connect with your account, so anytime you can switch as a directory. I will show you, and if you want to do any demo, you can come to tenant and do that operation. That so now you can see that it has been created. Now I can click here. So you might have noticed here, see now this is the YouTube demo, so tenant has been changed here. So this is a YouTube demo, and you can see this is the primary domain for these things. And in this YouTube demo, you can go and create some user also. So you can do all those things here. You can create that of users. And now if you see, come here, if you see, you can switch. Now you have the multiple things, right? So this is, I have already created one tenant. Now this tenant just now I created, but I will do all the demo in my the default directory. So let me join to the default directory, because I could create some resource and sharing those resources I can easily show here. So this is the page Active Directory, and this is the domain for my primary account, right? So primary account, this is the on Microsoft.com, right? So now go to the first, create the user, hit this button, and if you see automatic this the domain name come here. So if I say bill name bill Steve, and here you can see the password, or you can use this password, or you can create your own password. So let me yeah, so keep this password, or any, I will just making the note for this part of this password. For this bill, this is the password, right? Or you can create your own password, so anything, and that's it, you can create it here. So if you go here, so this is a complete username. When you log in Azure, you have to use this. So I'm just keeping here, so it will be easy for me to do all the demo. Let me create the another user. I will create the 3 user. Let me do down fast. So and this is the complete username. Let me first create one more user, so then I will show some demo on that. Evgeny. And his password is, create this. So now we have the 3 users, and this is the full name for these users. Okay, yeah. So what I will do, this we have created this user, so now you can see we have the 3 users, right? And now I'm going to create the groups. So let me show slowly. So if you see here the website, we have the user and group. I come to the group and give the name. So the 2 options there, one is a security, one the Microsoft 365. So let me select the security, or anything you can give the name here. So if you see here, it is saying the 2 groups is there, type, but you can give the your group name. So suppose I want to give the development team and give this is the development team for the web page, and just hit the create button. Now come to this, here you can add the members. So I click the member here. He say who you want to create the member. So first let me put the, just now we create the Ekibuns, also we call the Evgeny. Let me both name here. So I made this group. Okay, so now if you see here, we have the one group. Now what I'm going to do, how to give the access to these new users, right? So go home and come to the resource group. I have the 2 resource, one is the resource first and one is the resource second. So resource first, if you see, I have one VM first. So I want to give this access for the first to one of the new created users. So what I will do, I came to the resource here, resource group, click the access control, click on the add role assignment. I'm creating one role reader, just he has to cannot do any operations, and I want to assign this the Bill Steve one guys, and save it. Now come to the second resource group, and here I want to add everything as owner to this development group. So now if you see, internally I am giving to the 2 employees, 2 users access, right, with the help of the group, because this group has the 2 users. Save it. Okay, now I am going to connect the Azure with the first user. So what I will do here, come and the first user, let me check with the Bill. I have assigned to the first user group, so give this next and give the password. Now you have to change the password here, so let me give some Every time means the first time you have to change the password for the new users. Now these guys should have the access for the resource group 1, right? So go here and go for the resource group here, and you can see the iOS first should be there because we have assigned these guys for the iOS first. So now you can see this guys has the access. Now go to the VM. I have the one VM v1. It should appear here. Now this guy has only permission to just for the read purpose. He cannot do anything, but I want to do the restart. Let me see whether this user can do that or not, because I have not given the permission. No, it is saying the fail. He cannot do that, right? So now let us move to the another user. So I want to see whether he can able to access or not. So for that, let me go for the Eric account, add different users, Eric and his password, and we have to change the password also. Yes, so now current password, sorry. And he should have the access for the iOS second. Yes, iOS second. So now he has the access. Go to the virtual machine, if he can access or some operation do or not here, and I want to do the restart. So I want to see whether they can do or not. So now this guy is able to do the restart. Okay, now come to my original account, first account. So now next video I am going to show how to use the multi-factor authentication for the users.